Good boy of the day is Marmalade. Everyone's been good. Even P-Man.
Yeah.
He did get in there. Hi, bud. Hi, buddy.
All right, let's go.
He won't look at me. He's mad.
All right, who has to go first?
Luxury suite. The trees. I would make sure, I'm not positive how this cage works, so I would make sure that things aren't open. Empty apartment tour. I don't have much time because the cats are already in the car. We are all ready to go. Give you a quick tour. My kitchen. This was a dining room. I wonder if I should turn this off. Probably turn this off so I don't pay for it for the next couple of days. Porch. I'm so happy everything bloomed and got all green before I left because that was one of my favorite parts. I love this pretty view. When it's not all bloomed, you can see the buildings right through there. Ooh, I'm out of breath from all that vacuuming. And here is the bedroom. The blinds are not in optimal shape. Definitely gonna be charged for that. Everything else looks pretty good. Bathroom. That hair dye on the wall. But I replaced the outlet cover for a whole 47 cents. That is broken because it was broken when they put it in. Spent so long cleaning and shampooing and vacuuming and bleaching. So I hope I don't get charged for anything crazy. Closet is clean. Bathroom. Pretty good for having a bunch of litter boxes in here. Mopped the floors, bleached. Whew. These belong to maintenance from when I flooded my bathroom, good times. This was my office, big and spacious. It's so dark, it's literally thunderstorming right now. Such a pretty view. And here is like my favorite part of the apartment. The big storage closet. I just stored all my junk in here. It was like having my own little storage unit in here. So that is the place I am moving out of, not into. Quick little apartment tour just for the memories and also so I can remember how clean it is and that I did a good job cleaning in case they try to charge me for something funny. I gotta go. My queeds are in the car. Oh my god, I think I forgot to vacuum that. Nope, vacuumed. Fridge is clean. Dishwasher. Wouldn't that be funny if I had a load of dishes in here? Okay, time to go. Here's the arrangement. Who's gonna yell the most during this trip? Miss Juby? Peppy? Hi, beautiful. Goodbye, apartment. Miss Juby, be quiet, please. Hello, squad. We are about 4 hours in. There's some screaming cats. Miss Oracle is not happy. She's been yelling just about the whole time, even though she has no right to be complaining because she has the luxury suite all to herself. So, I'm in. Marmalade chimes in every once in a while. I hear his cute little voice back there. It feels like the more I talk though, like if I try talking to them, they start meowing more. So I've been trying to like keep it really quiet and calm, and so they just go to sleep and be quiet. Poor Pumpernickel is right next to Oracle, and she is just sticking her paws out, screaming. I really thought she would calm down a little bit once we're this late in the game. Winifred is up here with me in the front seat. She's being perfect, as she always is. She's kind of hard to get in a cage initially, but once she's in the cage, she like frantically tries to get out as soon as she realizes she's stuck in there. And then once she's just in the car, she's just napping. She's totally chilling just fine. She's perfect. P-Man has calmed down. He's napping right in the middle in the blue. The original game plan for the carriers was that Pumpernickel was going to get the large dog-sized cage because he gets really nervous, and I was maybe going to put Oracle in the big cage with him so he would have her as like a support, because those are both of my sweet, sweet angels. I don't know if you can see the scenery, it's really pretty. But those are the two sweet angels. I thought maybe Oracle could comfort him because he gets really nervous, but Oracle is the most crazy right now. So, you know, I was about to come on here and say that I figured out how to work my phone stand, but I clearly didn't because it keeps falling. But I did realize that there is a little lever. There's a little lever to keep my phone stand down while I'm driving. I thought it was just a sticky, and I was like, I don't know how people get these to work. With just the sticky, it like falls down immediately when I put my phone in it. But I realized there's a lever to create a suction cup, which it's still not working, but it's working a little better than just the sticky. Anywho, what I was saying. Mormon. That was great, right? It was a bit of a more chaotic morning than I expected. We left pretty late because we had a lot of cleaning to do. Pumpernickel and Oracle were supposed to go in the big carrier together, but Pumpernickel's really, really, really difficult to get in a carrier. Like, he is the most difficult cat to get in a carrier. Like, he will do anything to not get in that carrier. He ripped through a screen door trying to get away from us to not get in the carrier. When we first took him to the vet for the first time, they weren't even able to give him all his shots and stuff because they said he was the strongest cat, and none of their expert cat wranglers were even able to hold him down. So getting him in a carrier is hard, so we kind of had to, he was hiding in the kitchen, so we cornered him in the kitchen and put the large crate and that blue hard crate like at the exit to the kitchen, so it's like he had to go in one door or another. And he ended up choosing the smaller crate instead of the large crate. And because Marmalade and Winifred were already in their carriers, Oracle got the big one by default. So she got the princess suite, and yet she's still complaining. She's being very cute though, where she's just like curled up in her little bed in the carrier, but still screaming. Like, she just lays down and relaxes, but is still screaming. I feel bad. Like, I wish I could give her some water. She's just hooting and hollering back there, but I was looking it up, and apparently cat bladders are like the size of a grape when they're empty. And that's not very big. So I don't want them to be uncomfortable and have to pee on the trip, because we still have quite a few hours left. So I was thinking maybe towards the end of the trip, maybe when there's like only a couple hours, or hour or two, I'll give them some water so they don't like feel uncomfortable for a large period of time. I wasn't even going to give them breakfast because, I don't know, I was researching you're not supposed to really give them food before the trip in case they get car sick and throw up. I also didn't want anyone to have to poop. Marmalade gets kind of an upset stomach, and I didn't want to have to deal with that. But I gave them a teeny tiny bit of dry food, and they had plenty of time to, you know, digest it and process it before we got in the car. So no one's been sick. No one usually gets sick. She is quite annoying, but also I just feel bad that she's stressing. But, I mean, what are you going to do? How do you move with cats? You don't really have many options. Personally, I would never take them on a plane. Not only because I have 4 of them and that would be possible, but when you take cats on planes, if you bring them as carry-on, which I would never put them under cargo, but you have to take them out for security. None of these cats are cats that can be taken out of their cage and put back in. Like, it is a whole thing to get any of them into a cage. So that is just not feasible. It would have been nice to get them meds, but the one who needs it the most, Pumpernickel, or at least I thought Pumpernickel, it's hard to even get him in the carrier to go to the vet, and it's a whole stressful thing, and I would just rather not stress him out. He already had to go to the vet a few months ago because he had a respiratory infection or whatever, and I just don't like to stress him out, so I didn't get him meds. Wynn is fine, she doesn't need meds. Maybe next time for Oracle, if we have to do this again, I'll get her meds because she is not settling. Like, she's not acting super scared or anything, but she's not live, laugh, loving right now. So now we know. I'm just trying to speed run this and get there as soon as possible. Very minimal stops. I'll probably have to stop once for gas. Well, I definitely have to stop once more for gas. And I'll probably go to the bathroom and that's it. No more stops because I want to get them out of here as soon as possible. No, I thought I was going to be really kind of sad leaving my apartment today, but moving is so stressful, and getting all of my stuff out of there and cleaning was so stressful that I didn't even have time to be like, oh, sad, this is my last time. I'm just like, let's get out of here. And it was raining this morning, and getting all this stuff out to the U-Haul in the rain, it sucked. And you know what's crazy? Last night in Ohio, there were northern lights. Cleveland, Ohio, we had northern lights. I guess there was a sunstorm. So people as far south as maybe well, I heard Arizona. I also heard, I forgot what the place was. Somewhere maybe in South America. I don't know. But very far south, people could see northern lights. And I saw northern lights in Ohio, which I never thought I would, obviously. But obviously everyone wants to see the northern lights at some point in their life. It's everyone's, bucket list thing. And it was crazy. It was very faint in the sky with your eyeballs, but through the camera we got some really, really good shots. And it was just so pretty and so magical. And to me, that really felt like really ending my Ohio time on a positive note, ending with a bang. That just feels like a goodbye. So I did not feel sad to leave at all. I'm excited for where I'm going next. I'm excited to get there. I'm excited to start fresh with all my Queedies in tow. I feel like I keep moving over for the same people, and then I end up passing the same people, so I'm not getting over again. So me and my Queedies have an exciting life ahead of us in Virginia now. I'm not going to be staying there for a super long time, not years and years, but for the foreseeable future, I'm excited to get settled down in a new place, start my business in a new place, start some new markets, and then I guess we'll see where I go from there. I've always wanted to live in Arizona, so I'm definitely looking into Arizona for pizza boxes. It's so crazy messy in here. I thought it was going to be so different and organized. I don't know what I was thinking. But I've always wanted to live in Arizona. That's always been my dream. So I think once I, collect myself, get my bearings together in Virginia for a little bit, regroup from the past few years that were kind of stressful, then I can start saving, and maybe I will just go for it. Why not? Kind of sucks though, because Arizona is a little pricey. I was looking at apartments in Arizona around Phoenix, and they really had apartments, a studio, 400 square feet, and it was more expensive than the apartment I just left, which was over 1,000 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I'm sorry, 450 square feet for over $1,000 a month? $1,500 a month. There were even places as small as 300 square feet. doesn't seem right to me. Like, obviously, I'm not judging anyone who lives in a smaller place or a studio or anything. Like, if you live in 300 square feet and that works for you and that's what you can afford, that's fantastic. But I just feel like it's crazy that places even offer places that small for such a high price. Like, that is so crazy to me. Like, I know this sounds like, I'm very grateful to have had the place that I just came from, because it was 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, over 1,000 square feet. And I feel like that was like perfectly sized for me as one person. Like, any smaller than that, I would have felt like it was too small. I don't know, this sticky thing simply does not work. I've tried it a million times. Anywho, I just feel like it's like inhumane to be offering people 300 square foot apartments for $1,500. Like, that's truly ridiculous. And again, I'm not judging people if what you can afford is a 300 square foot apartment. Like, you do what you gotta do. Any place is great that you can live in. But I just feel like it's getting a little crazy out there where people think it's okay to be charging that much money for such a tiny place. And I feel like, I know at some point I may have to settle and not get a 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom and have a smaller place, maybe even a studio if I want to live somewhere like Arizona. And I'm coming to terms with that. But I do feel like 1,000 square foot for one person, I feel like that's comfortable living space, and I would not want less than that. And I know that's lucky for me to say that. It's lucky for me to have had that much space. And I really liked it. And I'm not moving into an apartment right now, I'm moving into a house. But I will not be living alone, so don't worry, I am driving safely. I've driven this road a million bajillion times. Like, this route from Ohio to Virginia, I've driven it so many times. I'm very familiar with it. Stay. Every time I take a turn, this thing just goes flying. I don't know. I swear, I thought I figured it out with the suction cup, and it's still not staying. I do feel like talking and recording is helping me not be so tired while I'm driving. It's like, I did not get much sleep last night because I was staying up to watch the Northern Lights. Like, I mean, what, I'm gonna go to sleep when the Northern Lights are happening in Ohio? I don't think so. So I did not get fantastic sleep. I was also sleeping on a floor with no pillow. Yeah, not optimal sleep conditions, but that's just kind of how moving is. That's just how had to be. So I gotta get gas soon because the last rest stop we stopped at to get bathroom break and food, the whole gas station was like under construction or something. It's like, that's kind of crazy. I'm in Breezewood, Pennsylvania getting gas right now, and I always stop in Breezewood whenever I drive to Virginia, and I just recently saw on Twitter that Breezewood is the place in that meme about, like, I don't know, I'll insert a picture, you know what I mean, that meme where it's like, this is what America looks like. And when I saw that picture was from Breezewood, I was like, that actually makes so much sense, because this is the most chaotic location ever. Like, I always dread coming through here. I try not to stop here, but I really needed gas, but like, ugh, this place stresses me out. I always end up in the wrong lane. It's just like, bleh. Hopefully this will be my last stop at all. I think I have enough gas to get me the rest of the way. You know what feels so silly right now is that I thought I was going to get a litter box in the back of my car and have it as an option for them. Like, maybe let them out and put them in it and see if they'll go. That feels laughable at this point, because apparently cats like don't even like to pee when they're stressed, so that probably wouldn't happen anyway. And also, taking them out, putting them in a litter box, there's no room for a litter box, so I don't know what I was thinking. But I do have a bunch of litter pans in a box of litter if for some reason I needed to take them out, but I don't know. That feels like that was wishful thinking. I'm trying to outrun the weather. It was raining for the first like hour and a half, 2 hours that we were on the road. Like pouring rain, thunderstorms. It's too loud when it's raining. And I drive so much slower in the rain. Like, I am normally a very fast driver, but when I'm driving in the rain, I was going like 60 when it was 70. Like, I just don't speed in the rain because one little hydroplane and I'm so scared. Especially when I have my precious angels on board. So hoping for clear skies or at least dry roads for the rest of the drive. My car in hills. Oh, I knew it. I am in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia right now. Someone's definitely getting arrested at that gas station. So this is kind of my least favorite part of the trip, just because it's like I like being on the highway and this is like through a city, so it kind of just drags. But one time when we were driving through here, we went to a crystal shop. It was like a crystal and herbs shop. It was actually really, really nice. Bought a lot of stuff there before. I think I got, oh my god, wait. Why? I think I got this actually at that shop. I got a raw piece of citrine there. I don't remember which specific raw piece of citrine it was. But they have a really nice crystal shop in this city. Also, last time I drove through, I saw it was like a vegan cafe. I don't know if they still have it. And I just saw they were having a plant fair or plant market. Oh my god. If we weren't like so behind and my car wasn't full of cats, I would have stopped. Because it was like a vendor market. It looked like they had like artsy stuff like candles and jewelry, whatever. But also like plants in like farmer's market, like produce, outdoor plants, probably house plants. Like, oh my god. Like, do I suddenly want to move to Berkeley Springs, West Virginia? I like West Virginia. I like the outdoorsy, naturey, somewhat spooky vibe that it has, but it's not somewhere that I would live. But driving through this city, there are some points of interest, I would say. This point in the drive, it is just like, ugh, can we get back on the highway, please? But then after this, Berkeley Springs, I think that's around my favorite time in the drive. Like from the end of this to maybe like 2 hours before I get there, there's a little period of driving that I kind of really like. But during that time period once, maybe in like 2018 or so, I was driving there with Ryan and we got pulled over and he gave us a ticket. What in the world? That is so West Virginia core. We got pulled over. I was going 72 and a 55, but like, okay, I was the only one on the road, literally, and the speed limit went from 70 to 55. I was literally the only one on the road. The cop was on the other side of the highway, driving the opposite direction, and then like 5 minutes down the road, I did slow down after I saw him, but I was like, whatever, he's on the other side of the road, going the other way, he's minding his business. And then he came up behind me like 5 minutes later, pulled me over. He was like kind of sassy. It was like just me, young me, like 20 years old, with Ryan, my little brother in the car. We were clearly on like a family road trip, and a second cop car pulls up, and I'm like, oh my god, are we getting arrested? But he did give me a speeding ticket, and I thought that was kind of messed up. I mean, yeah, I was speeding, but come on. You're gonna pull over a family and give us a ticket? There's a Sheetz we always stop at. I just had Sbarro pizza though, so I don't need Sheetz. But I will, you know, where I'm moving, they don't have any Sheetz. There's Sheetz in Richmond, but not, it's kind of like an hour from where I am. So, I will miss Sheetz, but I mean, it's not the end of the world that I won't be eating a bunch of fried gas station food. But, you know, when I first moved to Ohio, you notice the cats are quiet? When I first moved to Ohio, oh my god, it's a strawberry stand. Oh my god, wait, there's police coming through. When I first moved to Ohio, I had never heard of Sheetz or anything, and I was like, people are eating gas station food? Why did we all pull over for this cop? Oh, it's a whole brigade. Oh, come on, BFFR. There ain't no way we just pulled over for a motorcycle brigade. Like, it's not cop motorcycle motorcycles. It's just them being escorted by, don't waste my time. I got places to be. Do not make me pull over for a motorcycle brigade. Okay, anyway. I was kind of spooked when I saw that people were eating gas station food, like, regularly. I was like, I would not eat gas station food, because when I was living in Illinois, we don't have gas stations where you just, like, get food from. Like, we don't have a Sheetz or anything, so I was kind of scared. And then I tried it, and Sheetz is amazing, so now I love it. And I'm really distraught because they're building a brand new Sheetz, like, less than a mile from my apartment that I just moved out of, and it's still being built right now. But the whole time that I was living there for 3 years, they didn't have one, and then they built one right down the road. I was hoping they'd kind of, like, magically get it together overnight, because sometimes things that are getting built get built really, really fast. But yeah, alas, it was not built. I'm still kind of annoyed that we all pulled over for a motorcycle, parade, a motorcycle parade, as if that was like an ambulance or something. Like, come on, guys, come on. There is a farmer's market stand, maybe like 2 hours down the road. I don't remember. And every time I see it, I'm like, I want to stop there. I feel like usually I see it around like pumpkin season or apple season. I'm gonna stop at that stand if I see it, like if they have fresh strawberries or something. Like, I love that. I have to find a new, oh my god, I'm going so slow, sorry everyone. I have to find a new farmer's market or like farm stand market in Virginia, because there's one that I really liked by my old place called Willie's Farmer's Market or something, market stand. They had the most incredible cantaloupes. Now, I'm already a cantaloupe fan, and I know cantaloupe gets a lot of hate, but they were, man, what's the name? They had a special name. Special kind of cantaloupe. They were like buttery, like melt in your mouth, super sweet, amazing cantaloupes. They also had a lot of other really good things. I really liked going there. I got pumpkins and stuff there. So I gotta find new places. I'm sure there's plenty of that in Virginia. It's not raining, but it's so gloomy. See, on the stupid roads, and you get a good groove going, and you're zooming, and then everyone's braking. It's like, I don't like this. Some people have places to be. Some people have Queedies to get home. I think we still have like 4 hours left. Like, it feels like this has been an all-day event already. Oh, the rain is starting. My head hurts. I wish I could get an energy drink, but I had a Celsius for breakfast, as I have been having, and that already has 200 milligrams of caffeine, and I don't feel like I should have more than that. I mean, if it really comes down to it, maybe I'll get something with like a little bit of caffeine. Maybe a Red Bull. Those have like 70 some, maybe. I don't know. Once I get settled into this place, I think I'm gonna stop drinking energy drinks entirely, because I can't find a good one that doesn't have a weird ingredient that I don't like fake sugars, no aspartame. I don't do dyes. I like Celsius a lot. I actually love it. The flavors are so good. Might be my new favorite energy drink ever, and no dyes or anything. But the 200 milligrams of caffeine in such a small can, it's kind of too much for me, and it does make me noticeably jittery, restless feeling, and I just don't like starting my day like that. It's a little too much. I need just enough caffeine to not get a withdrawal headache, but not so much that I'm jittery. And I've been drinking caffeine every morning of my life for the past more than 10 years. And that is what gets to me. So I'm just going to try to cut the caffeine entirely, unless it's something natural that I can find. But I'm not a tea fan, so I don't know what other options there are. I don't like coffee either. Whoa, buddy, don't pull out in the middle of the road. I should probably just stop drinking energy drinks. So I'm going to try, unless it's a special occasion where I really need a boost. But at this point, it's just to keep the withdrawal headache away. And I'm just so used to it and addicted to it. And we don't need to be living like that. Plus, it's just expensive because now I'm addicted to kombucha. And kombucha the price of an energy drink. So if I'm going to be drinking that every day, I can't also be drinking energy drinks every day. Like, I cannot be spending $6 a day on specialty beverages. Like, we just can't be doing this. So I have to pick one. And kombucha is healthy, so we're doing that. Classic Fish Hatchery Road. I think if my quick glance at the map is correct, we will be in Virginia in just a moment. Okay, I'm so excited. I stopped by the Virginia Farmers Market that I had always passed and wanted to see. And I only got to spend like 3 minutes in there because obviously I have cats in the car. If I didn't have cats in the car, I probably would have bought a bunch of stuff. But what are you beeping at? Just wanted to check it out, take a peek, and it was very, very cute. I love it a lot. If I pass by this place without cats in the car, I definitely stop and get more stuff. I got apple cider donuts, which I love, and I usually only am able to get them during the fall time whenever I go to a pumpkin patch. I got apple cider. Yeah, apple cider. They also had like a bunch of sodas. They also had they had a cherry cider, which I've never heard of before, but I didn't get that one because, I don't know, I'm kind of hit or miss with cherries, and apple I love, so that's all I got. I wanted to get blueberries, potatoes, peppers, apples, like so many things, but I really only got to take a quick peek. So I have some whiny babies in the car. I lucked out because the weather today is perfect for this kind of travel with cats. It was only like 60 at the hottest. It's 59 right now, and it's been raining, so it's kind of chilly. So if I have to like run into the rest stop to go to the bathroom, I just like roll down the window a crack and come right back. So it's been nice that I don't have to worry about them being hot, because if it was like a really hot day, I would probably have to wait for my mom to watch them in the car, and she's driving a U-Haul, so she's like 30 minutes behind me at this point, so that would kind of suck. So it is nice that it's very perfectly cool out. You're on a road trip with cats. I mean, there's only so many things you can do. Like, I still need to stop and get gas and pee and stuff. Ma'am. Miss Ma'am. She was napping for a while, and I was kind of enjoying the silence. I feel like I'm living in a nightmare right now, because for the past 30 minutes, my maps has said that I have like an hour and 45-ish minutes left. And the time keeps going up. So I've been driving, and the time doesn't change. And I assume it's because there's traffic. But it's getting very frustrating and discouraging. And even the cats agree. My steering wheel looks huge from this angle. It looks like I'm driving a school bus. The cats are getting unhappy. We're in under 2 hours left. Hopefully like an hour and a half. At first it said we were going to be there at like 6:21. And now it's like 6:40 something. It just keeps going up. It's driving me crazy. I'm on the final stretch. This road I've noticed, I don't know what road I'm on. It's like going into Richmond from Fredericksburg. I don't know. It's trees on both sides. Speed limit 70. You do with that what you will. You see how fast that car is going? This road, I noticed this on the time that I got pulled over, because after I got pulled over, I had been driving so slowly and safely. But I noticed on this road that if you are not going like 85, you're basically holding up traffic. Like, everyone is going really fast on this road. I'm like I'm not even at 80. I can't get my car up this hill, but this road gets a little stressful sometimes because people drive really, really fast. So, ma'am. She is fed up. It's weird because Oracle and Marmalade are the easiest two to get in cages, they're in the cage, they scream the whole time. Whereas Pumpernickel and Winifred are really difficult to get in cages. And then they're perfect angels the whole time. Winifred has just been napping, hasn't made a peep, just totally chill, enjoying her day. Pumpernickel's been napping, he's totally chill, not a sound, she doesn't even look stressed anymore. Meanwhile, Miss Juby is yelling. Marmalade's yelling too, but I'm not going to be mad at him for that because he's a crotchety old me. I'm not mad at the sweet angel for hooting and hollering for the past 8 hours, but I mean, if she's scared, she doesn't love being in a carrier. But I will say, 8 hours of it, let's just say my eyes twitching. And I'm ready to get back. I remember before, when I did this drive with Winifred, she started screaming at about 1 hour left. So if everyone starts yelling in about 45 minutes, ma'am. She keeps poking her little head out. I don't know if you can see her. And I'm really, really thirsty, but I am not stopping to pee. So I am so excited to get home and chug this apple cider because I'm feeling rather parched. Also, I noticed in the county that I got pulled over in before, I saw, I think, 6 cops in that county, a couple of which of them were pulling people over. So I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like I can't say it. It's in Virginia. I'll put the name. If you're in that county on the highway, you better watch out because they're coming for you. Like, you better be careful. You not speed in this county. I saw a cop here and there throughout the day, but not very often. But in this county, they are out. So watch out. I haven't even really been listening to music on this drive today. I've kind of just been enjoying the silence. Oh, speed check ahead, according to my phone. I spent like hours in silence today. Like, I feel like it was nice for the cats to not listen to music, and even when I have been listening to music, I've been trying to keep it quiet because I don't want to stress them out even more. But I don't know, just sitting with my thoughts today, not in a bad way. There's a lot going on, much to think about, much to ponder. When I check my maps next in a moment, oh, there's that speed check. I'm going 80. So is everyone else. It better be less than an hour and 45 minutes next time I check, I swear.
Oh, is she rubbing on you?
Yeah.
Oh, she remembers you. She loves you.
Not you, Charlie.
So, we've discussed this before. The no-handled mattress.
You know, the spider does look better once it looks like that smiley face.
I know.
But still, the big old legs is so off-putting. How you feeling? She was really scared and hissing and attacking everyone when we first got here, and now she's very happy now that she has her tower. Everyone else is doing perfectly fine. Hi, bud.